Hello, everyone. I'm Tiana S reporting for Kids First, and today I'm speaking with Miss Cece Bell. Miss Bell is known for writing books such as Deafo and Sock Monkey. She's joining me today to discuss her latest animated series project based on her book Deafo, which is of the same name, that tells the story of her as a child and how she lost her hearing and, in a sense, finds her inner superhero. Welcome, Miss Bell.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes, it is an honor. I watched this animated series and it is amazing.
Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Yes. So El Defo is based on your own life as a child. So what were some experiences in your life that you used to tell the story of young Cece?
Probably the main thing that I used in the show is the fact that when I was in elementary school, I was the only deaf kid in the whole school. And I had to use a special hearing aid, and it was very large and clunky. And I used that hearing aid in partnership with a microphone that my teacher wore. And it that microphone amplified the teacher's voice so that I could hear her in the classroom. But what was really cool about it was that I was able to hear my teacher wherever she was in the entire school. So I kind of got to spy on her a little bit, and it sort of made me think of myself as kind of a superhero, because in real life I was very, very shy and just kind of a pushover kind of kid, you know. Um, so imagining myself as a superhero was something that kind of helped me get past some of the things that were difficult about being the only deaf kid in a school where there weren't any other deaf kids around at all.
Right. And I'm sure that was something that, in a sense, bothered you, but I really love how you took that and, in a sense, made it your superpower. Instead of
Right.
taking it as a bad thing, like you didn't belong there, you really turned it into something amazing.
Right, exactly. And if you've read the book, it's very similar to the message of the book, which is that everybody, not just me, but everybody feels different in some way. And it's actually better to share the things about yourself that make you different, because those are the things that make you interesting. So it took me a long time to realize that the kids in my classes were interested in me, and not just the technology, but just, you know, they were interested in me because I was there. But it really helped to share what that technology could do, what that hearing aid could do. And once I started talking about it, things got a lot easier for me at school.
Of course.
Mhm.
So I really love the lessons that you included in each episode about how we can help children that are hearing impaired communicate, especially when it comes to things such as lip reading. So what do you most want people to get out of the El Defo series?
I'm hoping that people who watch it, um, both, let me take that back a little bit. The hearing people who watch it, I hope that they will come to see that there are many, many different ways that a deaf person can be deaf, and how they choose to communicate. Like some deaf people may prefer sign language, and some deaf people may be lip readers like me. And there's a whole spectrum of ways that someone can be deaf. And it's not just, you know, I can hear, I can't hear. It's not that simple. And for the deaf people watching the show, I'm hoping that they um, see a little bit of their own experiences in the show, and sort of they'll be able to see that they're not alone. You know, that there's somebody out there that has a similar experience to them. And honestly, everybody feels different at some point. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Everybody feels a little different, and everybody has experienced what it feels like to be lonely and isolated. So especially during COVID, oh my goodness. So I'm just hoping that the show is sort of like a good friend, a good friend to anybody who needs it. Mhm.
Of course, it was very heartwarming and inspiring.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So two things we did kind of talk about that you talked about as well was lip reading and COVID-19. And, we have to wear masks now for about the past year and a half, and it's really crazy. And one of the main things I know you use, and I'm sure other hearing impaired people use, is lip reading. So how have you kind of had to adapt to that during COVID-19 with all the mask wearing?
Oh my, math. I really hate them. I mean, I love them because they do help keep people safe, but it has been very, very challenging. And I don't understand a word that's being said when people have masks on. So one of the ways I've adapted is I actually have an app on my phone that I'm using now, and you can see all these words, but it transcribes what people are saying in real time, almost like people have captions like on the television. And so I use that, but that's kind of awkward sometimes. So I figure out ways around it. If I don't have to have a conversation, then I won't have the conversation. But it really is that tricky. But at the same time, sometimes I've asked people to go outside and stand, 10 feet apart and lower their mask just quickly and say something. And that works sometimes. But I haven't been asking people to do that lately, variant and everything. So it's been challenging. I look forward to when the masks go away. I can tell you that much.
Yes, same here. It's a little hard to breathe sometimes, but it's definitely a challenge.
It is. It is. Yeah.
So Miss Lexi Finigan, who is also deaf, actually voices young Cece in the series. So what were you, in a sense, looking for in the person who voiced Cece, and what was it about Miss Finnegan that made you pick her?
Wow. We chose Lexi because it was clear from the get-go that she was 100% committed to the project. And um, and and along with that, the fact that she is also deaf and she uses cochlear implants to help her. So she had sort of a similar experience to mine in a lot of ways. And so she was able to bring her own experience of deafness to the show and make it feel that much more authentic. But I'm very shy. She's very outgoing. And so we worked a lot with her on trying to sound shy, which was kind of hard for her because she's just so outgoing and just a lovely person. So we got really lucky when we found her for the role.
Yes, she was amazing at it, and you were also amazing at narrating.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, that was a little bit out of my comfort zone for sure. I got to work with an acting coach, and that was exciting, and it really helped to, even though they were my words and it's my life, I still had to bring some kind of, drama to the whole thing. So that was a little challenging, but a lot of fun. I'm glad I got the opportunity to do that.
Yes, sounds very special.
Mhm.
So I know we're running short on time. So for my last question, I want to say you use a very interesting method in the series to let us know how the world sounds to people who are hearing impaired or who use hearing aids, and in a sense, experience it for ourselves. So why was it important for you to include this in El Defo?
I just really thought it would be it would help hearing people be more empathetic to what it's like to be deaf. And it's not a perfect representation by any means because it was really tricky it was tricky for a deaf person to tell hearing sound designers, take this audio and make it sound awful. And here's what I want it to sound like. It was really tricky to describe all that. But hopefully people come away with a deeper understanding of deafness, and also just it really helped the show feel more authentic. This is all from the point of view of this one kid who has trouble understanding what's going on because I'm not able to hear as well as other people. So hopefully that comes through and will just give people something to think about and appreciate.
Yes. Well, it definitely did to me. I mean, I love the show. I hope that other people, whether they're hearing impaired or have hearing, I hope that everybody takes something from it and really enjoys it like I did.
Oh boy, I hope so too. That was a great plug. You're really good at this.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. You're so welcome.
And thank you so much for speaking with me today, Miss Bell, about Deafo. It has an amazing plot and message, and it was an honor to speak with you today. This was a very special interview.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It was a treat talking to you as well. You really are good at that. So I hope you keep doing it.
I definitely will. Thank you.
Good. Okay.
So for everybody watching today, you can check out Deafo. It is going to be streaming on Apple TV Plus Friday, January 7th, 2022. Thank you all for tuning in to Kids First. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our next reviews or interviews. Again, I'm Tiana S. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Woohoo! Mrs. Singleman is coming. Go back to your seats.
That was awesome. You're a hero.
I am Deafo.